No, I feel awkward. Do intro. YouTuber. Go.
Okay. What are you doing? Stop holding up the Sharpies, what's your problem? Okay guys, so last night we watched the Sonic the Hedgehog movie on opening night, and it was Valentine's Day, so you know I watched it with Bean Lady. My camera is completely broken, so I'm now having to use my iPhone to record this, hence why we're now at this area. So we're now just filming on the bed, so I guess you could say this is actually a pillow talk video. This is going to be a new show because I don't think I'm going to get the £300 to replace the camera anytime soon. Take a look at this hat she bought me. It's Sonic holding Coca-Cola. She drew this stuff on my arm of Sonic stuff.
Wait, no, you can't see the good part.
Welcome to Pillow Talk Things, where we talk about things that have happened. Today's topic is the new Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Yeah.
And they're right. As soon as the film started, I was just basically I'm probably going to cry because it was such a surreal experience because what are you doing? And it was just such a surreal thing because I've liked Sonic for literally my entire life, and to literally just see this movie was everything I could have wanted, because I've literally been wanting there to be a Sonic movie for over 10 years, and the fact that it's an actual thing is just
brilliant.
It's like, it's such a dream come true moment.
Ooh.
It's my dream movie. I was so skeptical about it when it was originally announced a year ago because, you know, of the original design. The change actually gave hopes for this movie, and now that I've seen this movie, I feel like it could actually be, it's set a new bar for video game related movies because it's actually not a bad film. And I can actually take pride in saying, oh, I can be a fan of Sonic again. Yay.
I mean, I haven't really played Sonic ever, but like I enjoyed it because even if you don't get the references, then it's good. So.
Is that what you were going to say?
Yeah.
And it actually is just a decent movie, and I'm very happy with it. I'm literally shocked by like how like good it was, but it's also on the fact that like I probably would have thought it would have been good no matter what, because
you love it so much. The animation was really good. Like you could see every hair on him. Does that make sense? You know what I mean though?
Yes, I know.
Everything was really good.
Elaborate. What is his hair called? He said, what's the
Sonic
actual
hair.
Quills? Quills, because hedgehogs have quills. This is probably going to have spoilers in this, so if you haven't watched the movie,
Stop.
because at the beginning of the movie he doesn't actually have like Sonic shoes. He has just like dirty,
ugly shoes,
rotten shoes, because like he's running. The detail on like the fact that he just has old shoes is really good, even though it's completely animated, and like his gloves as well is just really well animated. Like they actually look like the real gloves. Like you can see like the little
fibers.
Yeah, there's the little fibers and like all the cotton that it's made out of, and you can see like him getting dirty whenever like every time he gets wet, you can see like the water particles all over him. Like you can see like he shines more. It's difficult because, you know, like animation mixed with live action is difficult. But like even when like, you know, the human Tom,
he was a good touch to it. I think they cast him really well.
He has to pretend like he's holding something, and then they animate Sonic into his arms.
Yeah, because usually when there's an animation and a real person, it's a bit like, but no, it looked really good with it, and it was believable-ish.
I watched Critical's review yesterday when I got home, and he gave it a 60% because...
What was that? 40%?
Because he said that it was very clearly directed at a young audience, which I don't fully...
I don't agree with that.
I mean, I do agree with on the aspects that he did mention, like the fact that Sonic flosses twice in the movie, which is very clearly is extremely cursed.
Yeah, but they kind of had to add that in because it's just... I mean, when did they make the film?
They originally announced that it existed in 2016. Like the film was supposed to originally come out in 2016.
No.
Yeah, because they first started talking about it in 2016,
Really?
and then they were originally saying like, oh, there's a Sonic movie coming up this year.
When did they first bring out the ugly one?
April last year. That's when the first trailer dropped. It's not really fully directed at children because there are jokes that made us laugh, and we're not young children.
There was contrasting humour.
It is like a film for all ages because there's many different themes, and I think the film is completely balanced with all the right things, which is why I think it's actually a good movie, because there's a very wide amount of comedy in the movie, which is actually good and actually hits well every single time with like all the jokes. They're really well done, and it's also contrasted with loads of like sad moments as well, and it actually gives you like feelings towards the characters because it's quite difficult because it's like the length of the film, and it's interesting. And this leads on to the next point. The next thing I want to talk about is like the origin for Sonic, because if you've seen the movie and if you know anything about the movie, what, get up, act like you're interested at least. The movie brings in like a completely new origin for the character, which is unlike anything that's ever been seen before. Like Sonic's parents, well, I mean,
Parents, isn't it?
I know that's what I mean. Sonic is raised by this owl creature that we are lying down on the bed right now, which is why this is the Pillow Talk show. It's new and it's different, which is why some people thought about, oh, this is weird. But
I thought it was a bit weird.
it is a bit weird, but like, what else can you really do? Like, because he doesn't have parents. I guess it's like a master owl. I guess it's like so old. It's like the wise one in the, because she gives up her life for him because there's like a tribe after him because he has superpowers, the special speed powers.
I think the way they use the speed kind of characteristic more.
Sonic gets chased by like tribes in his home world, and I'm not really sure what they are. Some people say that it's
They look like little Sonics though, don't they? Like they've got the same eyes and things.
Well, yeah, because they're all like the same sort of species. Because like they're all from like the same planet. I saw some things that like it's like the Echidna tribes, but you know, like Knuckles, he's an Echidna.
Is he a baddie?
He starts off as a bad guy in the games, but then he turns into
And also Jim Carrey playing Eggman was really good.
one thing at a time. The beginning of the film is so short. I feel like they could have extended that much more because there's so much information that they could have gotten across more, because Baby Sonic is only Baby Sonic for like less than 10 minutes.
Yeah, they could have elaborated.
The movie is like at an average length of like an hour 40, but they could have extended it to like 2 hours for like a longer intro. Because the rest of the film, I think,
I
is...
don't know if the kids would get boring. Kids get boring. They would get
What?
boring.
I mean, they could have had more Baby Sonic. Come on. That's like a ticket seller. And also the shoe thingy is interesting because he's got like little baby feet, and then as he grows up, he's still got the shoes, and like they're all broken, and like the soles, like there's holes in it.
Yeah.
And it's really sad because like he runs and he doesn't have any like quality shoes, and it's sad. And the next thing is that the use of rings in the movie is interesting because usually like it's just he collects them and then there's nothing to do with it. But the way that they've implemented it as like an actual mechanic of the movie is that it uses as transportation between worlds. Sonic's origin is such a weird thing, but they do it in a really good way where it actually gets you sort of attached to it, because as he grows up, he's told that like, oh, because you have powers, people are always going to want it. So he always has to be hiding and he can't use his powers. And because Sonic's like speeding around all the time, he either doesn't get seen or he can be seen because he's like a blue blur. He travels to Earth from his new world and he has to hide like ever. He doesn't make any friends, and then one of the main themes of the movie is
making friends.
Is how lonely he is, and they really like pull it out how just sad he is. Like he has like a baseball game by himself after watching like kids play a baseball game, and it's like, oh, I'm Sonic and I'm Sonic too. He just gets sad and he's like, I really am going to be forever alone because he can't show anyone. Every time he gets really emotional and angry or sad, like
it's a bit of a mental thing.
He has like he starts running a lot, and every time he gets angry, like blue lightning sort of comes around him, and that's when he gets like his energy burst,
and his eyes change colour.
Yeah, and because of that he like has like a power surge and he like blows up. He takes away all the electricity in the country, and I think that's a really good implementation of like how he's really struggling with his emotions, because it happens various times throughout the film, and because he argues with Tom, and he talks about how he shouldn't leave his home because it's such a special place, because it's getting across how Sonic had to forcefully leave his home planet, and now he always has to keep moving because all he wants is like a stable home, and like he doesn't understand how someone would willingly leave.
But as there was a nice balance of characters, and not all the characters like overly animated, like
Jim Carrey and Sonic, they are like opposites, because but they're also similar as well, because they're both orphans, as they both state, and like the way that they grow up is different because Jim Carrey was like bullied and everything, and then Sonic was just alone. Sonic he actually acts his age because He should be 15, and he does act like a hyperactive.
Teenager.
He does act like a hyperactive child because he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna stay up all night," and then he does the joke where he just falls asleep immediately.
I didn't know he
And
had
he's
like
doing his
certain powers, like he could
bucket
like
list.
freeze time.
Oh no, he doesn't freeze time like that because he moves at the speed of sound, so he's moving so quickly that the world goes like so
No,
slow.
I don't think that is. I feel like he does something to.
Well, no, because when you move fast, everything else is moving slowly.
That's mad.
It's not like he runs around not knowing what he's doing. Like, if he just ran around without the thought process, he'd just run into a wall and then just brain himself. Because his brain also speeds up as well, so like he thinks about what he's doing, then he does this and that, and then he does that at the same time. And all the references was just so amazing, like, from like the little things, like little pictures of just the openings of Sonic games to him eating chili dogs and be like, oh, I like this.
What does that mean?
Because his favourite food is chili dogs, and you know, in the bar, he's like, oh, I ate chili dog. And then at the hotel, he's like, your breath smells. Oh, I think it's called a chili dog. Spoiler alert for the end of the movie.
Eggman.
No, because Tails is actually in the film. It's a spoiler! Spoilers. Tails is in the movie. One thing when I saw Tails is that I'm just so curious what he looked like before the redesign. I really hope that when they release the film on DVD, that they release like the movie with the old design. Like, that would be so
special features.
With the way that Tails is introduced at the end of the movie, shows that it's clearly leading up to a Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
I'm wearing a Sonic jumper.
The way that the film ends is also with like Eggman actually ending up to look like Eggman. I feel like this is my predictions for Sonic the Hedgehog 2, is that Tails finds Sonic. And he's like, oh my god, you're so famous, and we all know of you. I feel like he's gonna be like the infamous being because he has such like unique powers, and he's gonna be like, oh, our world is safe now, and then you can come back, and then he's gonna go back to his original planet. He's gonna be like, oh my god, really? And then they're gonna meet more Sonic characters. When they transport back, they're secretly they're probably gonna accidentally open up a portal from the mushroom world, and then Eggman's gonna come back through and he's gonna be like, oh no! The inclusion of the mushroom world, I feel like is interesting because the first time Sonic says it, he's like, oh, I hate mushrooms, which I feel like is a dig at Mario, like a subtle dig at like Mario, because like Mushroom Land, like Mushroom Kingdom. There's this one guy that is so cursed, like.
Oh, is it the beast guy?
No. I'm a sucker for like cursed things, and if you don't know what cursed things is, it's just like really just like things that are just like upsetting, but like it's funny because of how like
this.
weird it is. There's this man that at the beginning of the film that claims like he's seen like Sonic, and he draws a picture saying like, oh my god, this is what it looks like, and he draws Sonic. It's literally just a picture of Sonic. It was so upsetting when I saw it because like the fact that they even know about it, and like the attention to detail of all the things that are like that is just, it's just so funny. Because like little kids aren't gonna understand that.
They'll find it funny though.
They'll find it fun. Yeah, but they'll find it funny, but they won't understand what it means.
Where did that come from? Is it just a meme?
No, it was just like someone like speed drawing Sonic in MS Paint in like 30 seconds, and like he just draws the Sonic picture. It's so good. It's so funny though. One of my favorite moments is another spoiler. Robotnik has Sonic on the ground, like they've just had this entire chase scene, and like he's completely out of it, and he's on the floor. Eggman's like, any last words? And then he gets up. He's like, work. It's just like unintelligible words that just don't make sense. Like, work. This movie was made for me. It's like they knew what I wanted and they made it into the movie.
He's overwhelmed.
I haven't said everything. I could talk for ages about this film. It is such a good movie. It has reinvented Sonic as a whole. If this movie was bad, then it literally would have been the end of Sonic. But I think, because of this, it's literally brought him back. The song at the end with like the Lil Yachty song, or I think it is I think it's him. It's alright, I guess. The end credits was really cool. Like they had this all like pixelated sequence like the Sonic one, and they animated Eggman like Jim Carrey.
I liked the opening section.
What, like the Sega logo?
Yeah, and the rings around the
Paramount thingy instead of the Paramount Mountains instead of the stars. Good
nice
touch. They might be opening like a Sega universe, like, you know, like a Marvel thingy, because like the opening of the Sega logo was like all the other games.
Video game?
They might make video game movies if they're ever. They don't. Sega isn't Mario.
What is it then?
It's Nintendo.
What's the difference?
They're different companies.
Wait, so what is Sega then?
Sonic.
That.
I mean, no, they make other games. Like they made like Night Streams. They made Golden Axe.
Clickbait. I broke my girlfriend's thumb.
But yeah, anyway, what would you give the film out of 10?
9.5.
Where does the 0.5 come from?
I told you.
What?
Well, I didn't really get the references, but I
that
kind
it?
of did in a way. I like films where you don't. Well, they're not too long. Like you don't feel like you're waiting for the ending.
I feel like it could have been longer, like with like the at least like 2 hours.
Because they could have elaborated more on the baby Sonic, but they could have done more at the ending.
Because like Baby Sonic is such a good advertisement, and they have done it, but it's not in the film for long enough. The action isn't too intense, but it's fine for Sonic. And when you see like the action scenes, like it just shows that like though Sonic has like all the superpowers, like he's not like immortal because they think he dies like 3 times in the movie. He doesn't know how to use his power because he's been in hiding the whole time. And even though Robotnik is supposed to be the enemy, he's not like present enough to feel like the entire enemy. Though he is there, he doesn't pose as big of a threat that he does, so it's completely balanced. Like there wasn't like a massive boss battle at the end because it kind of felt, the final fight at the end wasn't like a big thing. It was just like in the street and it lasted like 2 minutes, but I feel like it was perfect. But yeah, everything about this film really has me high hopes, and I do hope that they make another one. And I hope that it is received well so they can make another one. I feel like they could do another one where they completely expand everything and make even more things and make Eggman the iconic Eggman that he is. And Sonic even calls him Eggman, like more throwbacks to like the Sonic Adventure where he first calls him Eggman instead of Dr. Robotnik. He's like Dr. Eggman. Anyway, so she gives it 9.5. Me being a Sonic veteran, I'm giving it an 8. There is always room for improvement. And this is a video game movie, but it was still good. Like I said, it has set the bar for video game movies, and it has set a new bar for Sonic the Hedgehog as a brand as a whole. This has been Pillow Talk reviews
We're gonna
of Sonic the Hedgehog.
make this a series.
Tell us how much you like Sonic related stuff.
Give it a thumbs up.
Give it a thumbs up and you'll get a free Coca-Cola from Sonic. We are sponsored by Coca-Cola. As Sonic says on my hand, flip it upside down. He says, go!
Bye.